So what really happened? Who's telling the truth? They can't both be right. You're George Zimmerman. I'm Trayvon Martin. You're claiming that you're on the ground and I'm on top of you, and I have actually, according to you, punched you 25 to 30 times.
Zimmerman claims at some point he thinks Trayvon sees the gun, and he sees Trayvon's hand going for the gun. At that point, Zimmerman grabs it, takes it out, and boom, one shot.
And then Zimmerman says that Trayvon falls back and says, "You got me, you got me." He claims he doesn't really know that he shot him, even though he shot him right in the chest. And then Trayvon falls down.
Exactly, and Zimmerman claims after Trayvon falls down, Zimmerman felt like he was being hit with something in the face other than a fist, so he claims he spreads Trayvon's arms out like that to make sure Trayvon doesn't have a weapon.
But the prosecution says that a neighbor came out and took a picture, and Trayvon Martin's arms were not spread out, they were under his chest like this. Somebody's lying. Let's go into the lion's den and debate it. Trayvon's arms, were they out, as George Zimmerman said, or were they like this, under his chest? And I'm going to start with Michael Skolnick, globalgrind.com.
I mean, Jane, George Zimmerman has told 4 different stories. Every time that man talks, he tells a different story. He has to take the stand to tell his one and only story. The fact is that he says that he was yelling, he was screaming, he was yelling, he was being punched 25 to 50 times. But when the bullet was shot, the screaming stops. So we know it's Trayvon. If he doesn't know that he hit Trayvon, why did he stop screaming for help?
Well, let's go to Heather Hansen. You're taking Zimmerman's side. What do you say to that?
Jane, I don't think it makes a difference whether his arms were out or in. It's after the shot. That interview was sometime after the night at issue. Things do get confused. He had been beaten up. He had had his head conked against the concrete. Time had passed. I don't think that this is an issue that is going to be the deciding issue for the jury by any means.
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
You know what? I'm going to say it once again, Jane. There is your truth, my truth, and the truth. Only 2 people know the truth, and one of them is dead. But there is one thing that people who are telling the truth do is they tell you the truth over and over and over. And too many times we have heard mixed truths from Mr. Zimmerman about what happened that night. Too many times the story has changed for all of us.